Hey everybody, I don't know if the stream is working, but we've got some technical problems, and looks like we might have sorted it out. We're going to play a simul here on Lichess, and I had a very serious issue with my broadcasting software. Looks like it's finally working, so we're going to get the simul underway a little bit late on Lichess. Alright, we had a problem, but it's okay. We're gonna go live in a minute. Yeah, let's add a window here. Okay, and sorry for the delay, everybody. No idea what happened, but we had serious issues with our broadcasting software, and we're gonna start a little late today. That's the way it goes, you know. Sometimes things just don't work out perfectly, and you got to just go with the flow. So let's do this. Order move up. I think we're good now. Looks good. We're gonna make this a little smaller, maybe. Let me move this. Make this a tiny bit smaller. Welcome everybody to the stream. Yeah, we are going to start the simul on Lichess in a minute. Let's see. We got anybody getting audio, video here? Looks good. All right. I think we're going to be good. So we're going to start the simul on Lichess now, guys. We're about 15 minutes late, but 15 minutes late is better than never. And yeah, we're a lot better than never today. So I'm International Master William Paschall. We're playing on Lichess. We're going to start ourselves a simul today. And my broadcasting software was doing crazy stuff. It like changed the stream key or something. So I figured out the problem, but it took a while. Anyway, let's get this thing started. Community tools, community play, simultaneous exhibition. We'll start a new simultaneous exhibition. I would like to host a new simul. Anybody in the stream can let me know they can actually see something and hear something. We've got no chat in the stream at all. I guess it hasn't been picked up by Lichess yet. Okay, it should be. So 30 minutes, 40 second increments, and I'm giving myself 15 minutes clock time, and we're going to do random colors. I don't know if I did random colors last time. That's looking good. We could do 20 minutes. It's a little late today, so I'm going to do 15. 30, 40, 15. Yeah, I think that's good. 30, 40, 15. Alright guys, Hari Shiva, hi. So we had a real big technical problem that I did not anticipate, but I feel like I came out of it about as good as I could. Sean Shaw's here. We were 15 minutes late, and in my college fraternity we said early is on time is late, and late is inexcusable. And that's kind of how we operate here. Euro and KK, how's the audio, guys? Can you hear me? I'm going to fill up with 20 players, however long it takes to get 20 players. I'm not going to wait forever. 10 minutes after 6 at the latest. But last week we did 30, 40 with an extra 10 minutes for me. This week I'm doing 30, 40 with an extra 15 minutes for me. And I'm going to do a 20 player limit, because whenever I get over 20 it seems like it gets out of control. So if it was a longer simul I could definitely do, you know, like up to 30 players, but it seems like with the two hour limit, basically. Honorary Citizen, welcome. We had a problem with my OBS. It was just like changing the stream key or something. I don't know. Some real weird stuff happened that I can't really explain. 20 players today, guys. Yeah, I'm not going to go for 25. It got a little out of... Yeah, I can... It got a little out of control last time, so... Especially with the late start, we're going to limit it to 20. See how it goes. I added 15 minutes extra clock time, as opposed to the 5 minutes for the first one, 10 minutes for the second one, 15 minutes now. We're going to go to 15 minutes. Hopefully it makes a difference. J.M. Martin Kessler, welcome to the simul. We've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players. We're going to start as soon as we can, guys. So as I said, was not prepared for... I was ready on time. Everything was good. But, you know, I went to preview the stream. Everything was fine. And then I went to stream, and it was like... I would start streaming, and 5 seconds later, it would just, like, collapse. So, welcome, Shryan, Cheveningen, and some new guys, too. Damien's here. Damian. Well, Siroche, welcome. I don't know if you're playing or not. We're going to start as soon as we get close to 20 players. We're about halfway there. So, I wanted to start about 15 minutes ago. I apologize for being late, guys. But I wasn't really late. It was just that my broadcasting software didn't want to cooperate. Luckily, I'm not that computer literate, but I did figure out like how to fix the problem. So, we're lucky that we got started at all. Anyway, we've got 11 players. Meitner, he's played before. And so 20 players, give or take. 1 or 2. Welcome, everybody. And, yeah, should be fun. I'm adding another 5 minutes for myself as opposed to last time. I was going to add 10, but given that we had the late start and I'm on a tight schedule, I'm going to add just 5. I was thinking like an extra minute for every player was really like probably the way I should do it. Silence fills the air. I don't like there to be silence. You know, it's like the old days when I was doing chess commentary, I was always doing it with someone else, so there would never be dead air. I mean, always somebody's talking, but usually it's not you, like, constantly. It's a little harder. Welcome, everybody. 11 players. I hope nobody was put off by the late start. Like, I mean, I'll wait another 5 minutes. I'd really rather play the more than 11 players, though. I think people just need to find out about it. So, yeah, one thing about Lichess, I can't see the lobby when I'm starting the simul. You guys see what I see. You see the simul, and I can't really see the lobby. Is there any kind of announcement at the top of the lobby when someone's starting a simul? I don't even know how it looks, to be honest. I'm afraid to leave the... I can leave the channel, I guess, but... Alright. Every chess master was once a beginner. Sean Shai, I hope no cheating happens. I haven't been too suspicious here on lichess.org. But on another chess site, I have been a little suspicious of some of the players. I won't name any chess sites. But you guys are pretty... The players on Lichess seem pretty well behaved. So, I don't know, guys. Another 5 minutes. 11 players. I don't know why we have so few today. Was anyone confused by the changing of time? Because, actually, Shryan sort of told me, reminded me, I posted your simul in the actual tournaments. Yeah, we've got another one as well, which is cool. He's 2100. See, the more 2100s there are, look how strong you guys are. 2 2200s and a 2100. The more 2000 plus players are, Fesserman is now over almost 2100. The harder the simul is, so, I mean, if I'm playing like all experts... you know, it's a very, very tough simul. A lot of the players' ratings, like Damien plays a lot better than 1500. I know some of you guys. Meitner plays well. He's almost 2000. So, not a lot of beginners in the simuls that I've done in the last month and a half or so. And, yeah, Adrian Chess now is tough. Like, he's 1858. Seems like you guys are gaining rating points. Since the simul started, but I don't think it's rated. What's up, guys? 5 more players and we'll start. 5 more minutes. This is going to run a little later than I intended, but there's nothing to be done about it. The schedule would have, you know, moved forward. We'll move forward everything else I have to do tonight, basically. Let's just say I was stuck in traffic, internet traffic. I don't know. The software just plays funny games, but as I was saying, what about the world team? World team, yeah. What about the world championship candidates? Anything interesting happened today, guys? I didn't get to see the games in the last hour or so. I just saw the openings, and I was bragging in my team chat channel here on Lichess about, you know, kind of like predicting that Anand would do better, and he immediately gets a win. Now Karyakin wins a game, and we hope that Karyakin doesn't challenge for the World Championship. I mean, all due respect, you know, I really want somebody who has a really good shot at beating Carlsen. So, in my opinion, there's only two players who can really do that. You know, Caruana and maybe Aronian on the outside. Well, we're getting there now, guys. We've got 17 players, so room for 3 more. We're going to start as soon as I get 20 players. Unless there's like 2 people who are tied, and then I'll like accept an extra one. Today was a great day. All games are interesting. Aronian won smoothly versus Topalov. Yeah, I mean, the one thing that I have that the betting sites don't have is like Anand and Topalov basically like reversed in my book. They had Anand as a dog, and I think Anand is like in the middle of the pack, and Topalov is still one of the dogs. So I'm not surprised. You know, there's no way Anand is like better chances to win a tournament like this over Topalov. Not, you know, in the last 5 years. I mean, I don't think Topalov's really been a threat since that match he had with Leiko or whatever. Had great preparation today. Svidler grinding down Nakamura now. Yeah, Nakamura just comes in way too confident. It could have gone well for him, but all right, guys, 19 players. I'm not gonna be able to talk too much. I'm gonna be busy, so I just wanted to shoot the breeze for a few minutes while we were collecting players here. Yeah, Nakamura and Topalov going down in flames. These were the players who really needed to do well in the beginning. And, of course, he didn't lose yet. Naka's great at saving lost positions, so maybe he'll not lose to Svidler. Okay, perfect champion. We've got 20 players, guys. I'm going to start the simul. And good luck to everybody. So, okay, Shah and Shah. Man, I'm so bored with the Stonewall Dutch. And then I'm black on this one against Skobka. So, Radioactive, new player, knight f6, good luck, Radioactive. Skobka moved again. It's not like a real simul where you go down the line. Okay, Zwilf, I'm not sure if we ever played before here. Zwilf. I'm going to go with a serious repertoire, basically with black. We could try mixing it up a little bit. C6. Adrian chess now. And C5. Mostly Sicilians. I mix it up with white for sure. So E4. Fesserman. Maybe not against Fesserman. Fesserman's giving me a lot of problems. I want to really know what I'm doing against some of you guys. Meitner also been a difficult opponent for me. Perfect champion. I'm playing D4. And J.K. Martin Kessler, you are a new opponent for me. I'm going to play E4, but you're quite highly rated, 2188. Golden Game, a different defense to C4. I think this World Championship Candidates is like a... It's like a D3 Budapest thematic tournament. Damian, tough player for me. Scheveningen, so all you guys are tough. There's no easy opponents here, as far as I can see. Scheveningen, we'll give you a Caro. I want to try to do well. D6, 1 Pierce against a new player. I didn't say the name there. Sorry about that. Honorary Citizen, you're also not a pushover. We're going to try something different against you. Knight C6. Jokeless. Against Jokeless, we'll play G3. We didn't play any G3s. I like to play all 5 of the main opening moves. Shryan. Shryan's got white again. We'll try to trip him up with something. I'm playing Euro and KK for the first time, I believe. Knight F3. Are the games still going on versus Svidler? Svidler's going to play for 12 hours. Yeah, I wouldn't, pass up a chance to beat Nakamura if I were Svidler, or myself, or anybody. Okay, I gotta move fast though. I'm not gonna be able to talk too much, guys, because I will drift into time pressure. The time here is a huge issue. I only give myself an extra 5 minutes as opposed to last week. Last week again, I got in really bad time pressure. So you guys can banter about the candidates matches in the chat room, and I'm gonna only answer like really important sounding questions. I'm focusing completely on these games. I want to get my best score of all time. So we've been doing this like at least four weeks, I think now. Is this the 3rd or 4th week? Honorary Citizen. Radioactive offered me a draw. Radioactive. Unless you have to go. If you have to go or something, send me a message somewhere like in the chat room or something, and I'd be happy to accept a draw. But otherwise, I don't want to accept a draw right away. But feel free, if you're listening, if you have to go, yeah, I'll definitely I would be willing to accept a draw. But not pre. She's fixing her hair. Hello. Yeah, I think I remember you. She's fixing her hair. You reminded me of the very strong Portuguese poker player, Bags and Shoes. So, what am I doing in this move order? This is a kind of problem for me. I guess we'll transpose to Karo-Kampanov. Euro and KK, I remember you're a Dutch and Birds opening player. Try to make your life a little difficult, but if you're an expert, maybe I better play some like the English. I like to experiment with D3 against the Dutch, but my theoretical knowledge is a little thin there. So if you're really an expert in the Dutch, I might have to be careful. And here against Joklis, I'm not going to play the Alkynes reversed. I had a bad experience with that in one of the simuls. I don't know why. We've got a Sicilian. And here against Seveningen, I pronounce your name differently every time because I can never decide how do you say it in Polish. Well, I've been playing C5 pretty consistently. Let's see. Damian, we've got. I'm going to play a hyper-accelerated dragon. Skopka is a C3 Sicilian, our favorite guys. And Skol, having a brandy before the games. Tomorrow is a holiday here, guys. So there's no work tomorrow. There's work for me. I'm doing the chess stream in the morning, but I'm celebrating the Hungarian national holiday. So C4 and Meitner, perfect champion. All right, we've got 20 games. There was a guy who offered a draw. I'm not sure who it was or if he has to go. Where's Jennifer Shahadian and Maurice Ashley when you need them for some extra commentary? Knight takes d4, knight f6. Yep. Yeah, once I had a candidate FIDE master play this against me, who I respect a lot. Reverse modern sort of thing. Fesserman. What are we doing here? I'm going to play g3. Keep it solid. It could be a Dutch. Another Karo-Kan. I don't know why I like the Karo-Kan. I've never done that well with it. English defense. I have the feeling that Seveningen is prepared. Alright, Radioactive is offering another draw. I mean, okay, you obviously want to go, so I don't know if he's watching the stream. I'm going to let him go. Gave him a draw. He offered 2 moves in a row. He's white. But, it's not rated. I'll give you a draw if you really want. Don't know why you entered. Bishop g2. Now I'm down to 19 games. One thing I don't like about the Lee chess simul is that you can't add players mid-simul. It would be kind of cool to have that feature. That I could add a player. Hopefully nobody else drops out now early. So, the War of Ideas. War of Ideas. I don't. That's pure speculation on your part. War of Ideas. There's no shame in trying. B3. What are we doing here, guys? So, I don't know what this is against Welf. I'm gonna play G6 there. It's a kind of hedgehog reversed. Double fianchetto, possible hippo reversed. A lot of reversed stuff. I don't usually get people playing the hippo against me in the simul. Bishop c4 against this Pierce I tried to play. Alright, it's a Bogo Indian. You guys, check out my YouTube channel, Video Chess Training. I posted a Bogo Indian video earlier this week that this talented guy played. A Queen b3 is interesting here. But I don't know if I want to do Queen b3 so early. I guess that's kind of one of the ideas. An old friend of mine, Jakub Rasin, played that. Knight c3. Caro-Kann. So, I wonder who War of Ideas is. Do you know me? Knight on b to d2. So we're gonna play the what is the guy's name? Let's test you guys. Antipov, right? The Antipov variation. It's kind of cool way to play with black against knight on b to d2 in the Bogo. Here, Seveningen. I guess I'm going to put my bishop on the long diagonal, the longer diagonal. I don't really know the theory that well there, guys. G6 here is a weird Grunfeld from IDK. And we get to play our favorite English as black against anti-English setup against Meitner. We've got Bogo with white against Perfect Champion, who's playing like... You're playing like another one of our favorite players on the stream. One of our regs. I don't know. It's a Catalan if I play G3, guys. I don't really play the Catalan proper. What are we doing against Seveningen? Interesting setup, Seveningen. It's looking like that knight. The bishop on b2 might not be that good. And we've got a classical Sicilian with white. But what is my intention here? After bishop e3? And wait a second now. Bishop e3, knight g4, bishop g5. Right? What is my intention there? I don't know. I played bishop e3 against Yermolinsky and beat him, but I can't remember what I was going to do. Well, what happened in that game? Bishop e3, knight g4, bishop g5. Well, I guess we'll play it and find out later. Yeah, of course, we play bishop g5. Alright, I answered my own questions, guys. Sometimes you forget what you were thinking at an earlier date. Perfect Champion, theoretically I don't really have anything there. Against Dimzozo, we're playing a Bronstein, Larsen, Caro. Seveningen said bishop e3 not recommended, bishop b2, I guess. I don't know, there's interesting ways to play that setup. Fesserman with the hyper-modern stuff. Weird modern. Yeah, somebody else played like that against me on another simul last week. Delayed, sort of delayed kingside development. You could go into a Dutch type of position, I guess. Alright, guys. I'm checking the, yeah, bishop g5, queen b6. I know, Skevening, that's what I play. You're not supposed to tell him, though. That's definitely black's best line. No question. But Yermolinsky played the standard h6, g5 against me. And I don't really like that. I think queen b6 seems better for black. That's my recommendation wholeheartedly in that variation. Yeah, I mean, I've played some random game against Walter Whitman or somebody. Might still be in a database somewhere. I think I played Queen B6 against Whitman at least, and I don't know who else. But it seems to be the better move. There may have been a quick draw against another player. Damian playing the Mongolian girl variation. Knight F3 here. I feel like I'm playing the French, not the Caro-Kann. I guess that's what I deserve. I get what I deserve. Where's my counterplay? I understand now, why you like this Scheveningen for white. It's hard to see like where black's counterplay comes from in this kind of position. I'm not really sure myself. Where does my bishop go? Yeah, this is pretty weird. Pretty weird for black. And now jokeless with rook b8. Playing rook b8 is okay. A little bit of a commitment for black there. Committing the rook. And here against Perfect Champion, he lost the tempo, but I had to play bishop d2. So I don't really have anything. It's just a position. Shah and Shah, we had a blitz game like this earlier this week, or maybe it was yesterday. Stonewall without white playing d4. Welcome everybody to my simul. International Master William Paschall. We live in Budapest, Hungary. E5. Wow. Why not? That's got to be a reasonable move. I never really liked it for black, but I suppose that it's okay. It's kind of like a Boleslavsky variation or whatever they call it. I don't see any reason why that shouldn't be okay for black, come to think of it. So I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. That's such an infrequent move. I never really studied it. Knight takes c6 is possible. It looks really lame. Knight f3. It's more like standard. Alright, guys. What's up in the chat room? The Mongolian girl variation. Yeah, there's this really, really strong girl playing for Saturday and Hungary and Serbia and local tournaments here. And she's like 17 or 16. She's 2490 FIDE. She beat me in the Rapid tournament. And I think she'd probably do a better job than Marina Muzishuk in the World Championship. Actually, she's probably as strong as Muzishuk. I'm sure that she would play better against the challenger than Muzishuk would. So you'll see who the Mongolian girl is. I can't pronounce her name. I have to call her Mongolian girl because she has a name that's like 30 syllables long, and it's not meant as any kind of disrespect, but I just simply can't pronounce, a 30 character name. You will learn about her soon, I'm sure. So g3 now in my game. Shryan played g3. Interesting. So transposing to a kind of Queen's Indian. Why not? I could play c5 here. But, I mean, what's the follow-up? I really have to do something about him fianchettoing, so interesting play by Shryan. b6 e4 I suppose is pretty interesting for white. I guess we'll have to play the classical kind of setup with d5. Now a3, golden game. We're going to go hippo. We beat Ungashuk with that golden game, so be careful. Castles, b3. War of ideas. You're a little preoccupied with sex, I think. No, I wish you may be thinking about a different sport there. Chess players and girls, not really things that mix. So e5, bishop g4, Skobka. Got the Halteri defense, and then this weird I don't care. HTPC. No, it's IDK, so it's not I don't care. It's something else. He's playing this weird setup that somebody else played against me recently. H3 keeps the bishop from going to G4. Now I played this closed Catalan against Cheyenne. I'm not really sure about it, guys. And the hippo, this is the reverse hippo. I'm gonna just take the center classically. So, with the answer to the question, the Mongolian girl is a very, very strong girl. She's only 16 or 17. She's already almost 2,500. She already has a GM norm, and she plays better than Marina Muzishuk. And she crushed me in a hyper accelerated dragon along the same lines that I'm playing. You know, with Queen takes D4. She basically played like 20 moves, which were like the first choice of the computer. Okay, I made a terrible mistake on like move 10. With black, but she still had to be accurate, and she played like God, so I think this girl is going to be pretty good, man. Okay, well, there goes that piece. How do we want to get to, we're going to get to C5, or we want to get to B6 here? Maybe B6 down the line. You also maybe go to C5. Maybe we'll need the C5 square controlled. As a blockading kind of square in that game. That girl is world number 21 among women. Yeah, and I think you're gonna see it's gonna go up. The first time I played her, I just disrespected her because I thought she was rated 2,000, but that wasn't really my fault. Her FIDE like rapid rating was 2,000, but the second time I really lost to her legitimately because I forgot the theory. Queen D3 here. I want to play Queen D5. Is that seems like a reasonable move? I don't know. Against Imzozo's very unusual Queen D3. Here, we can kind of gingy the gingy type of idea. Takes on E6 to get some squares for the pieces. Kind of an open position. Roman, my one-time sort of trainer, before we had the falling out, played a similar G3 King's Indian line. Once I played that against Joel Benjamin, it's like you do the fianchetto and then you play like D5 unprovoked. If you look at a very old game, my first game in like the database, you'll find Paschall Gingy from Pennsylvania, like 1989 or something like that, and Roman beat me with, what am I gonna do? A6 here? No. Roman beat me with white. Fianchetto King's Indian with D4 D5 unprovoked. So H6 H3. Martin Kessler, you're playing just like this guy I played last week, who beat me. Noman Erdine, it's not that bad. It's the family name is really bad, but the name has no connection to anything I can like, you know, use to help remember it. You know, it's like totally alien kind of name for me. So Euro and KK with the classical Dutch setup. Oh man, why did I play B3? That's so lame. What are we gonna do? Alright. So here white play B3 though. Damian played B3, which just looks a bit strange. Queen on A4, I don't really like it in that position. And we've got multiple hippos on the boards with both colors. So what are we gonna do here? Like, I think I might opt for some kind of like basically same-ish King's Indian type of position against Adrian Chesnow. Alright. That queen on A4 looks funny, Damian. And now bishop e7. This is almost a transposition to the game I lost in the simul. There was one guy who beat me last week, guys, who played the strange Boleslavsky type of setup. And I don't even really know what I did wrong, but I felt like I was like losing. That game, I could make a video about that game, actually. Not a bad idea. I do have this kind of idea in my videos on YouTube, Video Chess Training, where I have practical chess lessons. And they don't have to be Grandmaster games, you know, games against average players. And there might be an idea to do that game where this guy played a very strange variation of the Sicilian against me. And I literally had no idea what the heck I did wrong, and I lost the game. Now, Queen C2, usually when you lose a game, I mean, especially when you're a stronger player, you lose a game to a lower rated player, you have a clue what you did wrong, you know, but it's pretty strange when you don't have a clue what you did wrong. Wow, so d4, I'm just going to hunker down here, kind of provoke that weakness. Now, d5, Z-Chess, hi, welcome. Why did I fall out with Gingy? Well, it's very hard not to fall out with Gingy because, like, he basically fights with everyone. So I thought it was more like, why did I fall out with Gingy? Like, how did I not fall out with Gingy for, like, several years before that, you know? He basically is very easily angered and likes to have conflicts all the time with everyone. So, you know, it's kind of like, is the glass half empty or half full? I had a falling out with Gingy about one of his other students at the time basically throwing a game that cost me money. And I was pretty pissed about it. And Gingy knew about it and, like, didn't stop it, you know, and I was like, it's not his job to be the policeman, but I really thought it was kind of weird, you know. So I was pretty unhappy. Not going to mention names. It's a very long time ago, and it doesn't matter now. But I just thought it just wasn't cool. Second time person basically like tried to cheat in a situation where it affected me directly. So it just wasn't. I wasn't too happy about it. What's this bishop f4? I guess I'm going to have to play e5 here, Meitner. Yeah, I felt Gingy should have done a better job being a role model to said person, but he didn't really, and I like became angry about it, and that's what happened. So I was in a very righteous mode at the time. Knight a4 here. All right, this position's kind of dicey against Scheveningen. So my point was that I fell out with Gingy because I was angry with him for not like being a better role model to said student who cheated, you know, by like discouraging him from doing it or whatever. So he wasn't directly involved in the cheating, but he didn't like tell him not to do it and kind of looked the other way, and I was like not really happy. So that's how it started. But it's a very old story. 95 here. Bishop a6 feels more active, but it's also my rook's on a8. We're just going to play standard. Is he a good coach apart from the fight picking? I mean, yeah, beating up people. Not beating up people. Fighting, yeah, picking fights. He's okay. He knows a lot. He's not really a, like, no, he's not really like a natural coach, though. I mean, Roman isn't a natural coach. He, you know, it's more like you hang out with him, you absorb his knowledge, you know, and I definitely wouldn't. He's not really per se a coach type. So knight on b2 here, and I like my positions. The Scheveningen and Caro-Kann, I'm not real excited about that one, I guess. It's pretty weird. I'm not too up on that. This looks like an exchange French now, which is fine by me. It's funny, I played the French a couple times on request in my weekly like Blitz streams, and nobody played the exchange variation against the French. You'd think like people would play that. So this almost looks identical to last week's game. Maybe I can delay castling something here and try to get more pressure on the center. I don't know. But we have mostly good positions. Time, we got the hippo here against Golden Game. No, Onishuk tried to do like F4. No, how was it? No, Onishuk tried to do like F. How did he do it? I don't know. Early H4, some very aggressive thing. But I have good record with the hippo. Very good record with the hippo. Now, knight G5, you're on. What about that F E6 square? Can you cover that? You don't have a square for your knight, do you? It's a very unusual position with no knight B8. And I don't think you can guard the E6 square. So, Scheveningen, this is the one game that scares me, and I'm going to try to get rid of that very disturbing knight on A4. Now, back to C8. Okay, speaking of Gingy, so this reminds me of one of those Gingy Fianchetto King's Indians where you just play like D4, D5, and then if black moves the E-pawn, you trade it off. It's kind of a weird setup for white, but if he gets the right kind of structure, you can outplay the other guy. I did it against Joel Benjamin once in the U.S. Championship, and it worked out okay. It was a draw, I think. Messy answer. It's not pronounced Jeroen, but like Jeroen. Thank you. Thank you. Nobody ever corrected me on that before. Don't say it too often, though. Jeroen. So, I think I can do a good Dutch name if I really put my mind to it. Yeah, that's the problem. Somewhere along the line, somebody said it the other way, and I just adopted it. Castles here, looking like white's. What am I gonna do? Yeah. All right, guys, I better start moving a little faster. So the simul basically is scheduled for 2 hours. If you play the hippo, make sure that you don't allow bishop. Another video for YouTube I should make. I probably will. If you do play the hippo and you're playing Kamsky, don't let him play like, bishop h6 and trade off your hippo bishop, like Raj Tishbiriak did at Gibraltar this year. Rook e8. Yeah, this bishop on d2 is just super lame. So I could play rook c1 as well as a developing move, I suppose. Perfect champion. And here's the one game I don't really like. White has a lot of space in my game with Scheveningen. And the strange structure, like Botvinnik type of position with Meitner, it's unusual when both sides have the Botvinnik pawn formation. I'm not used to playing. I don't normally get in these type of structures where both sides have the same structure. I like to have like more imbalanced type of structures. Nakamura held. I'm not surprised, guys. See, he's good like that. That's the problem, is that he's very stubborn and hard to kill. I'm not surprised at all. He slips away like an eel. Ooh, I have a tactic here. Looks like we can win a pawn. Knight takes e4. Bishop takes g7, knight c5, and yeah, I mean, I don't think the black has comp per se in this position. The queen on a4 for Damian, just Noman, whatever her name is, did the same queen a4, queen b3 against me, but in that variation, the queen goes to b3 immediately. So b3 is a bad move. You really need that. You really need the b3 square, at least as a retreat square, if not, more retreat squares. Rook e1, castle. Guys, we're going to get in time pressure. It's kind of an eventuality. So let's try to pick up the pace here and play a little faster. Less bantering. Oh boy. I don't like this position against Scheveningen at all. I'm going to start playing bishop f5. I think this game is going to make me. make me finally learn my lesson as far as playing bishop f5 in the old advanced variation of the Karo Khan. They're treating Topalov like a piñata. Yeah, well, you know, Topalov's known for his inconsistency. But, you know, the first game against Anand was pretty horribly played by both sides. There were a lot of mistakes. Topalov had a really strong move he didn't see. And, I mean, it definitely could have gone either way. So, I don't think that he's being... I mean, I didn't see, like, all of this game, just part. But, you know, it wasn't like he got manhandled in the first round. You know, Anand didn't even play very well. There were just a lot of mistakes by both sides. Okay. You know, but Topalov, one of those players who is willing to take more risks than most. So, yeah. That's what happens sometimes. Oops. Let's see. I think this is the kind of structure I don't really like, guys. I'll just stick a piece on e5 if anything happens with the d6 pawn. Okay, so we got this game against Jeroen. I do have one game where I'm in trouble, and one game I don't like the position. So we got two games I'm not looking like we're not looking like we're in real good shape. Which isn't too bad, but I'm afraid the time might become a real issue. So Naka, yeah, Hikaru is the other player who's not real steady in this field. Although he's much steadier than he used to be. It's not easy to be close to 2800 and not consistent. Stole a pawn in one game. Now, we don't really have a great place to go with this bishop. I suppose f5 is the best. And Fesserman had a forced win there with c5, and we were just holding our breath. It was a terrible blunder by me. I'm about to hang a piece again. I'm so happy that I didn't hang a piece, that I was about to do it again. Yeah, he had c5 and a6, and I just get unplugged, and I can't save the piece. So we were like, oh, I'm not going to say anything. I think I just hung a piece, guys. I don't like these positions I have against Meitner. It's very boring. The symmetrical pawn structure is like, for me, not really interested in that. So this bishop, not necessary for me to take it, actually. What is it going to do to me? You know, although my knight on c5. On the other hand, I'm up a pawn. I'm going to trade pieces. Yeah, we can do the exchange. We'll do a deal for that bishop. It's not a great piece, but I'll trade. So we got lucky, guys. We had one game where we were probably toast here. Meitner, was it? No, not Meitner. Speaking Hungarian again. One game where we could have lost a piece. That's good. Very good. What about knight d5? What if I just do that? I lose a pawn. But we have bishop e6. Does that do anything for me? Not really. Doesn't really look like it. How about rook e1? You know, one of these rook e1 things. Yeah, Naka is... That's half of his strength, is his ability to save bad positions, for example. Huge, you know. He doesn't give up. He's a fighter, so... yeah, Svidler, not so much, you know. Big difference in character between those two. In fact, you know, their absolute knowledge is probably the same, just the difference in their spirit, you know. Hikaru's desire to win is so huge, and Svidler is like a nice guy, and he just loves chess and wants to play, but you know, he doesn't like want to kill people to win and stuff. Bishop e4. Try to induce some kind of weakness here, or just bishop g6. I think just bishop g6. We can always go to e4 later. So, interesting beginning of the candidates tournament, guys. Not surprised that there's been some bloodshed, but it is a little surprising, you know, who the winners were. To some people, at least. I'm not surprised Anand won a game. Writing him off would just be silly. I mean, who's the guy who won the last two candidates cycles? Oh, yeah, Anand. Okay. Well, obviously he's going to do bad then. I mean, if he won the last two, you know, he's due to do bad, or how does that calculation work? No, I don't know. People just don't learn from their mistakes. Shrayan, queen a4. He's got pressure on the position without weakening any pawns. I guess queen b6 here. Not sure. Do I want my queen on b6? It doesn't look like the most solid move in the world. What if we just trade knights and play from there? I really can't afford to spend too much time on any one move. Shansha is repeating like a blitz game we played from earlier this week. Meitner has an awful big center if I take on d5. Looks a little like a Benoni. But my position's still fairly solid. It's okay. Exchange French. Looks like against Honorary Citizen, guys. Hari Shiva said something else. At the time Naka got salty. I don't know. Was he angry with Chess Explained? I don't know about that. Somebody else thought that. I was referring another story before. I don't know if you guys are talking about the same thing I was talking about the other day. Was something totally different. Did he get angry with Chess Explained? Are you serious? I mean, Chess Explained is like seems totally normal. I don't know I don't see any justification for that. So now g3. Well, I'm not going to go knight g6 f4 anyway. Why would Scheveningen play g3 here? That's sort of weird. Preemptive g3. I don't know what he's trying to do. Yeah, here, okay. Queen c7. Just to hit the knight was my plan. Defend my bishop. It seems like black's about equal there. Alright, guys, if I can withstand the time pressure, again, the only game I feel that I don't really like my position is against Scheveningen. So Zwilf with a solid game, though, totally weakness free. Not much to do there. B6 just lets you play bishop b7. I could play b6. And what then, you know? And then rook d1 and I'm worse. So we need to develop somehow kind of efficiently here. Bishop d7, queen b6, bishop c6, something like that. This game against Martin Kessler, it's almost identical to the game the guy played against me last week. I was up with that. So now knight d5 I could play, right? Theoretically. Also knight d2. Knight d2. He's going to play b5 next. Knight d5. Yeah, I don't really like this for white a whole lot. It's basically a Boleslavsky, just like we lost last week. Don't really know. I put it on a computer and it was like white's equal, white's equal, white's equal, white's equal, and then it was like, oh, white's worse, but not just a little worse. Not really sure. Queen d3 and then knight d2. Not in love with this position though. Okay. So here we're up a pawn against Damian in a strange sort of position. White's got some play on the backward files in the center. It's not going to be that easy for me. Just develop a piece. Chess Explained beats Naka and Naka gets mad about it. Oh no. You serious? Well, he gets mad about it. He gets mad about it. It's that's really childish. Welcome to reality, man. You're like a famous person, and when people beat you, it's going to, you know, have an effect. And honorary citizen, what are you doing here? Alright guys, time pressure is starting. So we've got an hour and 10 minutes left in the simul or so. Bishop g5 seems like a threat here. So I've got to maneuver some way or another. Not like loving this, but we're going to go to extreme measures with knight a5. Yeah. Shrine, that's what I expected. And then white with the minority attack in this position. I mean black. Wow. Jokeless. 1492, just like Christopher Columbus. Not really sure what I'm doing in this one. 94 knight g5, anybody? Looks a little weird. I have a good center, but no real plan. And yep. Not sure what I'm supposed to do. Get off the file. So, I know some chess. You guys are watching the Nakamura. Why are you guys watching that during my simul here, guys? Bishop d6. Yeah. Oh, rook d1. I wanted to play queen b6 and you stopped that now to Zwilf. Zwilf, I'm not real happy with you for that. So I have to play like king h8 first. King g8, whatever. Alright. Bishop g4. Well, I don't mind playing h3 there. Looks like useful prophylactic move against Fesserman. We're going to have to speed this up a bit. Good move, Shryan, knight d3. And, well, can try to get some counterplay here, but how? I might have to play c4 at some point. I'm not sure if I want to do it or not, when I want to do it. White's going to play e3, I guess. At some point. Maybe I'll just take and play... Yeah, maybe it's easier to just sort of take on f4 and trade all the bishops against Shryan. Symmetrical positions. And Shansha waiting for me to play d4. I'm trying to avoid doing that. Okay, now, queen e3 from Damian. we are up a pawn here. I don't like queen b6 actually. Let's just play e5. I'm going to have to give him some kind of target in any case. So trading the bishops against Shrine before he has time to play e3 there and fix the pawn. And now knight a3 from Zwilf. Zwilf with knight a3. Knight a3 in this position. It's almost like he knew I was going to play queen b6. Imagine that. Well, rook c8 is one move. Queen a5 is another one. Okay, now black exchanged on b3 in this game. Martin Kessler. And now b3 from Honorary Citizen. Okay, I'm going to play c6 and then I guess b5. Not an unusual kind of Alekhine's defense type of plan there. Alright guys. Seven again spent a lot of time there. Maybe I should play a4 against him. Now that I have a moment, try to destabilize the pawns a little bit. After c4, there's no knight c4. I don't mind trading queens here against Damian. Trading bishops. Wonder. Maybe I make a developing move or something like rook d1. So there's a lot of moves. I could play c4 here. What about c4? Kind of like it. Seems a bit odd, but why not? Am I going to need a retreat square? We need a retreat square. Don't drop a piece. a5, I guess, against Slopka. Slopka's setup is pretty slow, so we can afford to play a5. And here against Shrine, he's threatening b4 now. So we have a couple ways to try to deal with that. Queen b6. Looks like black should be okay. Bishop f4 now. I've obviously got to deal with the knight. First priority is b5. It's got to get a square. And then this was an interesting game. So c4, and my original intention was queen f5. Not sure if there's any other place to go, actually. Yeah, I thought about this move. Perfect champion. If I can sack a piece on d5, knight takes d5. Kind of interesting. Wow. I think just the positional approach looks better. I could have played e4. Actually, e4 may have been crushing there for me. Maybe I made a mistake against perfect champion. Yeah, could be. Now, Damian's down a pawn, and he doesn't really have any major compensation. But a little bit. Queen a5, queen b2. I want to keep my bishop. Hey, f6. f6 is kind of slow. Looks slow. Let's just play rook d8. Too much time, guys. I'm taking too much time. Mimzozo. Alright, guys, let's speed it up. You got a sack on... Oh, you're going to sack on h7 right away and just win? If I castle there? Could be. So, 7ing and making it hard for me to develop. Maybe I have to play h5. It's pretty grotesque for black. Oh man, not too much time. h6 weakens my position. Doesn't really do anything. He actually has knight g5 at some point. It's funny how Nakamura is it's always the feature of the show, no matter, you know, how bad he plays or whatever, man. People seem to love him. He's a topic of conversation even though he hasn't won a game. It's kind of weird. So that's why, you know, chess, I wouldn't mind Nakamura winning the match there, or whatever you call it. What is it again? Chess games, it's called a match. So here's a pawn sacrifice from J.K. Martin Kessler. Knight takes e5 is possible here. Yeah, but I have to take on e4, and then better for me to take on d5 first. So here, knight b5, I can play queen b6, and we're okay. Rook g8 drops a pawn. Bishop e6 is interesting in this position. Maybe. Maybe not. Do I have any sort of natural move here? f5, bishop g7. It's Nimzozo. Alright, we know it's a bit weird with the knight on a5, guys, but we had to do it to save that piece from getting trapped. Tryon simplifies. I think that's good with b4. He's a very tiny bit better there. And here I thought, yeah, we're just trying to win a pawn on e5. Maybe Martin Kessler was too ambitious. Okay, we're getting a little low on time. h4. Now, can we castle queenside? That would be pretty insane to castle queenside against Scheveningen. We're pretty tied up, guys. This game, I'm not liking it against Scheveningen. Not liking it against Scheveningen. Not really good position. I'm in bad shape here. No active play. Need to make a decision. I don't know. I don't like this at all. We're like kind of Zugzwang. Castles looks crazy. Okay, let's like think about this for a minute. Maybe d4 just to get a square for our pieces if we can. Even if I have to sack a pawn to do it. Interesting. Alright, let's do something. It's a simul. Queen c3, a4. Okay. Yeah, I guess there's no reason for me to do a5 there. We're down to 15 minutes, guys, so gotta move faster. Maybe e4 here. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Rook d1 first. Not really sure. We didn't let Shansha play the Dutch, though. He's got to be very disappointed about that. All right. Queen a4. Whoa, look out. Look out, guys. Yeah, that could be a problem, Houston. No time for anything else. So here I was thinking maybe rook b8 and a5. Or just a5 straight away. Then I get the d5 square. Yeah, that's interesting. But he has a5. Yeah, a5. All right. Okay, so J.K. Martin Kessler sacking a pawn. I don't know. He's got the two bishops, but I don't think it's quite enough. I have to do this. Take with a knight. Welcome to my stream, guys. Not a lot of time to chat, so we're just focusing on the games. This is a simul on Lee Chess. I'm International Master William Paschall, Sparklehorse, here on the site. How do I stop a b4 at this point? Well, I really kind of need to keep my rook on the a file, as awkward as that is. Although he has his knight a3 coming in. Rook a7 is horrible. He's also got a3 sometimes. Strange position for Slobka. Okay, queen c7 is interesting. We just over-attack. I've heard of over-protecting, but over-attacking a pawn on over-attacking the pawn on e5. Queen a6. He's got queen g4 as well. So there's a lot of tricks and traps here. b4. I'll let him play b4 if he wants. How do I develop? Knight h6. I'll try. This is interesting. Okay, there, but if rook b8. And now it's basically like a same-ish. Adrian Chestnut with very weird hippo setup. a5, d5, d5 straight away. d5 probably just loses the file, huh? d5 takes, rook takes, knight there. Not completely, but he's got knight e3 coming up. Too much time here. I'm using alright. I'm gonna just have to move fast. And we got knight d5 there, very big square. A lot of forks. So guys, if you're new to the stream, don't forget to check out my YouTube channel, Video Chess Training on YouTube. Also my weekly weekday streams here at leechess.org. Actually, what am I doing with this? My knight's pretty good there. Don't really know. Really like to play like h6 somehow. We just need to kind of move fast. Where available, move fast. And awkward pawn. And knight d7 and knight b6 there. Wow, I don't know where to start with Perfect Champion here. This looks like a very good position for us. Very strong pawn structure. And, okay. Chops off that guy. We'll take with the bishop or the queen. Maybe the queen is interesting. I don't know about rook AC1, AD1. It's an automatic move. Not automatically the best. Sludgy, I have to play in a ladder game. I have to go. Sorry, interesting position though. I'm not sorry to see you go. It's the only game I'm really worried about. So, a draw is okay for me. Yeah, maybe we play A5 now here. So Zwilf is equal. But against Shah and Shah, it looks like we've really got something here. Some space. Maybe there was too much to ask. I don't know. He played knight there. That's a good move. Now I regret my decision to play with that. Interesting. Maybe bishop d8. Shanshai has queen a4 there. Okay, this looks equal. I could play knight c3 though first, which is better. Maybe I do win a pawn here. Hold on. Hold on. The other day someone said hold your horses. It's been a while since I heard that. It was the person who said hold your horses that said I was old. I thought that was strange because it's like one of the oldest sayings in the world. No one even says it anymore. Yeah, knight g5 is a real problem. A real problem. So what if I went bishop d4 check here, something like that. Bishop c8, perhaps. Anyway, what's my bishop doing on b7 at this point? Knight d2. Threatening stuff. I'm going to castle, I guess. Try to win a pawn. And Damian's... let's see. I've got d5 now. Kind of like d5 now. Looks okay. Castle's queenside. In this GF Caro, we haven't talked much about this game, but I feel that black's okay, but I'm not real excited about it. I'm going to drop a pawn if I'm not careful. We should probably think about castling at some point. Imzozo is scaring me a little bit. Maybe we reserve the right to castle on either side. In that position. Got a check. And Cheyenne playing kind of fast. Now 94. Anybody? Oh, I thought he would trade rooks there. He didn't. Fesserman is worse. Yeah, this is okay for me. I'm really concerned that we're clearly worse against Severingan. So we're happy to get a draw there. And wasn't prearranged. So our worst nightmare scenario is now off the table. Bishop there, threatening, obviously, bishop c2, among other things. Gotta look for tactics, but I don't have too much time. Queen h4 here. Wow. Alright, the pawn diamond. It's the strongest pawn chain in the world. Now here, we feel like we're a little overextended if we play d4. It's not absolutely necessary to play d4. I can actually play without it, and it looks a lot sounder to do so. So I'm going to try to avoid playing d4 there. This one looks pretty equal. He's got the e2 square. There's a check. Though I'm not that sure. I'm not sure that check is all that big a deal. I don't really want to play knight takes d4. The B. Johnson, ChessBase chose not to show games due to the threat. Oh, man. What? It's suing everyone. Maybe. But this has been done before, B. Johnston. I mean, they've been through this a million times, man. It's not real. It's just a bluff, man. Basically, it's just a bluff. ICC has been through this before. They're not afraid. Believe me. It's really totally unbelievable and stupid behavior. I just hung an exchange. That's good. Now we're probably lost. Fantastic. We're fantastic here that we're lost against J. Martin Kessler. Yeah, other things have tried to sue ICC, and it's just stupid. I mean, you can't sue anybody. They can threaten all they want. It's just trying to scare them. But why, dude? Why is it so important? This crazy Aegon thing is out of control. I don't know, man. They're only damaging their own publicity, basically, which I don't understand, dude. Whatever. I don't have time to worry about it now. Maybe during my weekly stream we'll talk about it in more depth. Yeah, what do I want to do here? I don't know what Black's doing. I don't know what I'm doing. H4 looks weakening. I'm a little overextended. I'm not really sure what's going on. A3 is weakening. We could exchange on D5. That seems like a mistake too. Everything looks like a mistake in this position. Okay. Well, you can sue anybody for anything you want, man. And then we got a blunder from somebody else. So bishop takes there. We're gonna take with the pawn, I guess. Try to focus on the weakness on c7. And ooh, the guy's after another pawn. I really can't afford to lose any more material here against J.K. Martin Kessler. How did I drop the exchange, man? That's so sick. God. The second time the same variation got me. Try to drop in another exchange if I can. The Aegon is going to alienate everyone in the entire chess world before their little run is out. I'm sorry for whoever is running the thing. They don't have a clue. Wow, Meitner, you play so well, man. You're always giving me a hard time. I'm going to go back to e5. So, Trading Queen's got a very good ending against Perfect Champion. And let's try to save what little material we have left. Doesn't look too optimistic at the moment. Try to avoid trading pieces. Martin Kessler is rated like 2200, and I hung the exchange against him. So that doesn't look good, guys. Not good, you know, against master rating players to like just give them exchanges. Zozo playing very, very well in this ending. Extremely strong. Positionally, bishop f4. Adrian Chess now using his time. Perfect champion offering me a draw. No way, dude. You're like lost here strategically with those pawns. It's really a bad ending for black. That's one of my better positions. Now we have slight edge against Wilf, but not much. Looks pretty equal. Let's just grab a little space here if we can. Sorry guys, I can't commentate more, but we're pretty much against the wall on the clock. This is equal. Although this ending could be good for me with the bad pawn structure for honorary citizen. I'm not really sure about that. Against Jokeless, we could be infinitesimally better. We're trying to play pretty solid chess here, though, guys, with the situation with the clock and whatever. Trying to play very solid chess. Paschall, though, playing like a pro in this Catalan, man. I thought you played the Dutch, but you're playing the black side of the Catalan like you played it all your life. Yeah, Kessler, we are deep trouble against. Down a clear exchange. We had a pawn at one point. We were up a pawn, then we lost the exchange. Now in trouble there. Okay, this ending is interesting. I could play bishop c5 here. Then knight e5 looks disturbing. So we'll keep you off of e5. Honorary citizen. You have other play, though, other chances. Better against Fesserman, although it's not like crushing or anything. Looks like a position Salo Floor would love. Maybe you are like close to positionally winning here. Bishop a6 from Shah, who's obviously not really sure what to do with that bishop. I'm not really sure what to do either, guys, in this position. Pawn takes pawn. I'm happy to get rid of the knight for knight there. And well, it looks like Adrian Chess is trying to set up some kind of tactics. What a bizarre setup with the man that. Maybe I should just play h5 or something. It looks too risky, though. Very creative. Knight on f1. Knight on d2. I just live with it, I guess. Live with it. White's development is a little bit slow for Adrian Chess now. And this one we should be winning. This pawn we can finally take. So we probably could have taken it a few moves ago. Chose not to. A bad knight on a5, bad pawn on c7. This position is pretty juicy for white. No counterplay against the e-pawn there. Zozo offered me a draw. I'm happy with that. I don't like my game there. I have knight b4 though. Doesn't really do anything. So Zozo, you got a deal, man. I don't like this setup. I don't like the way I played it. Yeah, you were fine. A little better, I think. And now, overprotecting my rook on d3. The small threat against Damian. And then b5. I know you were preparing this for a while, Shah. Do I have anything here? What about my bishop on a long diagonal? Doesn't count for anything here. No, I think I've got to take maybe on b5. Take on d5. We'll take toward the center. And this is pretty equal. We have a slight structural advantage against Jokeless. Got a draw for no perfect champion. We're not going to take a draw, dude. We've got a lot of pluses in this position. So we're not going to take a draw. Knight there. Queen b5. Now he's on b7. So threatening knight c4 as well, which is pretty unpleasant. E4. E4. Yeah, he's got takes there, so can't do E4. What's up, guys? I could totally beat this guy. Why does he call the pony a knight? What is this? Dragon Phoenix Slayer. Wait, is this a stream? Dragon Phoenix Slayer, I've seen you before, haven't I? Have you been on the stream before? Rook e7 looks good. Actually, I've got a problem here. Maybe I should just play f5. We have other moves too. F5, bishop b6. What's going on here? I guess we do f5, bishop b6. There's tactical threats by white. I don't know, dude. Dragon Phoenix Slayer, what's up, man? Are you trying to be funny? Or are you serious? I'm not really, like, don't really have enough time to do a reality check on this commentary. So here we go, getting off the c3 square there, and ooh, a check. This will just take back here. We're a little cramped against Meitner, but it's okay. And then I thought this d4 pawn is really bad for white. Anna Rudolph. Anna Rudolph is here. I love you, Anna. I missed you. I haven't seen you in a few years. Haven't seen you since that Cinquetar tournament in 2010. Certainly grown up since then. We've got Rook b3. Rook c4. I really think he's stopping e4 there, guys. So what is going on here? Knight d4. Can we do that? Why the heck not, right? Knight d4, drop a queen. Man, that's weird. You could actually do that. You could actually do this crazy move. Knight d4. He takes, knight, rook takes. Every variation's okay for me. Takes, bishop takes, rook c7. No, that variation's a little dubious, actually. Yeah, we're not going to do that. And we were just kidding. What are we going to do? Man, we're up a pawn here, and I don't see what white is even doing, actually. I know how to play chess. I played you last week, he said. Yeah, but I don't recall. Don't recall if you played me or you just were like here commentating. Can't remember. Don't remember a game against you, actually. Well, actually, I don't know what your name is. It's not Dragon Phoenix Slayer. So whatever it is. Alright, guys, we're about to get very low on time, so we're going to shut up and start moving the pieces. C3 square is pretty weak. Sean Shaw playing like a god there. As I said earlier in that Catalan, he really seems to know what he's doing over there. The passive-looking setup is pretty solid, actually. We're down on one game. Now knight d4. I'm still looking at knight d4. Queen takes, bishop takes. We don't want to let him on the 7th rank, but he just is stopping me from playing. Alright. Stopping me from playing e4. It's driving me nuts. Rook c1 doesn't do anything. He's starting knight c4 or what? Nothing special. Jokeless is equal almost. Almost. But we're a little better. We can maybe squeeze him. Time is of the essence, as they say. Is Wilf virtually equal? This is a very good position, though, against Perfect Champion. Probably one of our better ones. Now f5 for black is interesting against Adrian Chess now. Not really the classical plan. In the structure, would be more on the queen side. Let's go for that. Rook b8. Winning against Skopka. He blundered, similar to me, in exchange. And now, a kind of annoying, weird move from Fesserman, queen b5. Hopefully we don't get into too bad of time pressure. Dude, I know some chess. What? He did said what? I hope you're kidding, dude. If you do say some crazy stuff, please please just let us know if you're joking or not. Let everybody know that you're joking. Knight c4. Trying to pick off a pawn. Alright, I mean, that's fine with me, man. That knight is just going. Now here we have a very tough position against Shah and Shah. Very tough position. Try to channel my inner Kamsky and mate black on the king side. I just don't see it happening there. Dude, I don't understand why you guys are having a Donald Trump conversation in my chess stream. Can you please desist from that? Donald Trump is not welcome in my chess stream, you know, in any form, positive, negative, any form. He, as far as I'm concerned, he doesn't exist. Okay, Rook d5. It's a little passive, but well, Queen d5. Why am I talking about Rook d5? Queen d5 is obviously to be played here. Okay, this one looks good. What's up? You're losing your d4 pawn? Are you going to play knight c5? Or knight e5? You can't do knight e5. This looks very good. Europe could use a trump. Europe has enough trumps already. Europe could use a trump. We have enough trumps. They're not the same, but they're basically similar. Queen b7. I don't know which part of Europe you're from. It's not Central Europe, obviously. Queen b7. Let's see. Knight d4. We pin ourselves here. Man, Shan Shah, you scare me, dude. I mean, how are you 2,100? Maybe I will play d4 at some point now. You know, I sort of swore it off, but the more I think about it, you know, I'm like, wait a minute now. Why don't I do d4? It actually makes some sense here. Just occurred to me, like, wait a minute. Just because I said I wouldn't do d4 before doesn't mean I won't do it now. I'm getting low on the clock again. Don't like it. I'm not going to lose these totally weird positions. I'm going to take this guy, I guess. Up a clear exchange in a totally bizarro position. I thought I made a move here. I did. I played b4. Okay. We try to hold with ops color bishops down the exchange there. Winning against honorary citizen. Winning the strange position against Skopka. And now Adrian Chess really tough player though. He always hangs really close and uses his time. There may not be a trump, but there are plenty of like psychotic dictators. So rook takes e8, rook takes e8, and yeah, b4, keeping the knight and pieces off of c5. It's Fesserman. But again, dude, why are we having... I don't understand. Why is there a political conversation in my chess stream? Are you people on the same site as me? Really? Twitch and Lee Chess, and you're talking about politics. Okay. You definitely can find a better place to have that discussion. I'm 100% sure. Rook d6. Dude, if anybody like gets psycho about the political conversations, I will like ban them from the chat. Regardless of your affiliation. There will be no psychopathic political conversations. I don't know why Perfect Champion just keeps offering me draws. It's really irritating. I had this discussion with Shah earlier, and he understands now that it's not really good etiquette to just constantly offer draws to people. So we're going to try to avoid that in the future. And Honorary Citizen, trying to mix it up, but I'm going to keep it locked there on the queen side if I can. Now knight a3 from Shah. Where are you going with that? I guess we can stop you. Knight e1. Right. All right. We now have had to ban one player for saying just totally stupid stuff and detracting from the stream. If I do ban you, if I have to ban you guys, just keep in mind, I will definitely give people a second chance. I mean, just because I ban you doesn't mean I'm going to ban you for life. If you happen to do something stupid, like some people have recently, and I do have to ban you, I would unban you, like, unless it was something really horrible that you said in general. Just keep that in mind. Most of my bans don't have to be like perma bans. And I really wish I didn't have to ban anybody ever. Unfortunately, it happens. What am I doing in this game? Is there some way I can hold this stupid position? I would think there was a way I could hold this. Maybe. Maybe we should like go for rook and bishop. No. People are like gossip hounds. King e2. Guys, I'm getting really low on time, so I don't have any time for political talk. Obviously, if you guys want to talk about politics, you're in the wrong place. So I don't understand. You must be really bored to be on my stream and talking about politics. This is not the place for it. And here, I don't know, guys. I'm hoping I can somehow miraculously hold on against Martin Kessler, but it looks pretty bad. It really does. Here against Skopke, we're just up a clear exchange where the king's safe and his is not. Fesserman, I don't really like your position. And this looks like it's really, really tough for white. Who did he ban? Well, if you don't know who I banned, then obviously they weren't very important, were they? It's kind of like the guy in the class who nobody remembers, you know? Oh, yeah, Joe. Oh, yeah, I never even realized he was there. Maybe I didn't ban anybody, guys. How do you know I actually banned someone? Why do you think I would never ban anybody? Don't worry yourselves. I would never ban somebody. Think I would do that, a thing like that? The knight c3. We're not going to take a draw, dude. Why are you doing that to me, Perfect Champion? I'm not going to accept you in a simul again if you keep offering me a draw every single move, dude. It's a calcium simul. That's such a weird name. I didn't even realize. Calcium simul. Okay. Can you have a stranger name for a chess simul? Ooh, ooh. Yeah, I'm going to try to hold against Meitner, because I don't like my position, to be perfectly honest, guys. I think against Meitner, I'm just holding on. I feel like he's going to own me if I try to do more than just hold the position. And I have lost to him before. We're getting really low on time everywhere, so just at this point, I'm going to try to play super simple. And you guys realize I'm playing 20 games at the same time, right? So it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. All right. For A3. Do have enough time extra move wise, hopefully. Ooh. Now that move changes things a bit. Man, did I have a turn in that game? I don't remember getting a move there. The person that guys takes you guys a while to be. Takes you guys a while to kind of get with the program. There. Yeah. No. Maybe I should just go rook b8 here. It's probably simpler. I'm not sure though. Again, I'm taking too much time. What are we doing? Alright, we're basically relying on our increments at this point. Increments. Adrian Chestnut, man, you really fight well. Fight hard. I'm going to play King G8, G7 now. Back again. We visited that square once before. Very long time ago. Rook B4 is interesting. I think it's just a king transfer. In this case, would be good. We'll offer a draw. I don't like the... Yeah, I offer a draw against Meitner. That position is fine with me. We are clearly better on most boards, except for this one. Hanging on against Martin Kessler down the exchange. Not my favorite position. Don't like my king on h7 against honorary citizen. What am I going to do? Have to go somewhere. And now f5. f5 against Adrian Chestnut. Was my plan, and I think why not, dude? f5. Why don't I just be consistent? Do what I was going to do. Skopka made a mistake trading queens here. A little better. Let's talk about Trump again. You obviously want to get banned too. I'll just start banning people for talking about Trump at all. Eventually. I don't want to have to take that step yet. But it detracts from the stream. Trying to concentrate, and people are supposed to be here to watch chess, not talk about politics. You're like distracting me, talking about stupid stuff. So rook d2, got the 7th rank there, and Meitner plays for the win. I think objectively not the most realistic position to play for a win, but it's your prerogative to do so, sir. Here, rook d4. Rook d4. Knight d4 check doesn't appear to do anything. So, rook d4. And I think Kessler sacked the exchange back. Interesting. Interesting. He has chances to win there. What's this about? Oh, you're gonna... Wait, knight d6? Uh-huh. I'm gonna have to sack material or something. Alright. Adrian Chestnut going for it against me. Meitner, I don't know, man, what your plan is there in that position, but I think I can hold it. Maybe not, though. Earlier, I think you had very serious winning chances, most likely. Now rook here. Almost spilled my coffee. Really understand where these people come from. Where do these people come from? Seriously. He made me spill my coffee. I was like, no, actually he didn't. It was just a coincidence, but sounds that way. I don't know what Dragon Phoenix Slayer just wants attention. He's like a 12-year-old kid who just wants attention, or what? What's his deal? Obviously not an adult. So A takes B6. I don't know why they choose my chess stream to come here, and I don't understand, dude. What happened? Knight c5. You blundered a piece. It's a trick. Wow. What a neat trick. From a really neat kind of trick. Really neat trick. What is going on there? Fesserman. Really? Knight c5 and queen on a4? That is so strange. I didn't lose a lot of sleep out of banning those people. Maybe they thought I did. I don't know. Yeah, knight c5 is pretty crazy. Now, what's up with this position? Oh, I have queen takes c8, right? So it looks like Adrian Chestnut actually outcombined himself. I thought I was like losing, but actually he just like combined on himself. Damian, who's always tough, sort of hanging on this time. Looks like I had the strange move king d6 here. Sort of getting a little extra space, and I think we're going to hold on against Martin Kessler. Maybe I'm jumping the gun, but I have the feeling we're going to hold on. I think Dragon Phoenix Slayer must be somebody else. Might be somebody else who I banned at a previous time. That would like be my guess. I'm not really sure, guys. It's very strange. Don't know what their issue is. But this is like the second time I've had this horrible troll recently. I don't really know why that is. Queen c4 check. Wow. Man. Kidding me. Against Adrian Chess now has this combo queen c4 check. Didn't see that. He may be winning finally there. b5. b5, getting rid of that awful backward pawn for me. It's gotta be a step in the right direction. I don't know, these guys, yeah, they have like 20 accounts, but I don't know What would a non-chess player... Why would a non-chess player come to a chess stream? It's kind of strange. I don't really get it, honestly. So now, bishop takes c5. Looks suicidal. And Adrian Chess now ruining my day with this really nasty... Guess we'll take on f4. We give him the e6 square? I don't think so. No, I take it back. We're not going to take there. Not really sure what to do. Try not to lose on time. I do have an idea. It's kind of stupid. Alright, we'll just try to hold on. This is a draw. Well, we're going to lose like the Adrian Chess now instead of the Martin game. It looks like one was substituted for the other one. I thought I was going to lose. I don't think we're going to make it through the day without at least losing one, guys. Usually it's more than that. So I guess we should be happy if we can get away with just one. He's trolling you because you keep giving him attention. I don't know, guys. Yeah, that's the classical explanation. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. I'm very naive that way. He was here the other day. Maybe I didn't pay close enough attention. I thought he was like a human being, but apparently not. My bad. So f4, knight d7. And now, man, really crazy game against Fesserman. Bishop f1. I'm waiting for the next tactic, basically. You always find trolls everywhere in life, guys. This one is a draw. But what's the best way to get a draw here? Not really sure, come to think of it. Even if I had no pawns, that would still probably be a draw. Now I'm going to take that, although it doesn't really objectively matter. Maybe it does matter. Don't want to give him the d4 square. h6. Getting kind of low on time. This should be a win for me. This knight ending. Knight endings are very unforgiving, guys. What the heck? Wow, I moved my queen away from that. But still, I don't understand. What's the trick here? Some kind of tactic from Adrian Chess now? I didn't see he had a trick there. I thought he couldn't take on e5. Theoretical draw against Martin Kessler. Here, pressure on e5 now from Shah and Shah. Not sure what I want to do exactly. Not sure what I want to do here. The e5 pawn could be a problem. Not a serious problem. I don't mind banning people. Occasionally I have to ban people that they're kind of marginal, you know. There was one guy I had to ban last week or earlier this week who was like pretty normal most of the time. So that's the kind of spot that I don't really like, you know, when it's kind of on the margin. And it's a guy who can be pretty normal some of the time. Now knight b5. Wow. That's an extremely irritating move. Maybe we can't win this against Perfect Champion. Love your name, Perfect Champion. I like the multiple draw offer is really the best. Adrian Chess now, I thought, had a really good chance, but now I have some compensation. He may in fact be in trouble there. Sure about this position, guys. I'm not sure about this position. Got a very good rook, and then what, you know? Knight d3. We're so low on the clock now. Shah and Shah. Stealing a pawn could be dangerous. And then to play knight d4. I've got a very strong passed pawn in this position. Maybe it's not a bad pawn sack. And then king h5. Okay, here. Not sure what I'm doing. Well, this is sort of an absurd position against Meitner. Obviously, this got to be a draw. Uh-oh. Looks like we blundered against Damian. So now, ooh, it's going to get awkward. Maybe we're still winning, though. Man, maybe we're still winning, but it's really awkward. Okay. A4, rook b1, well, I'm not sure about this ending, guys. Perfect Champion's not on my good side, guys. Not on my good side. Probably his last simul. They're offering 20 draws. And here he missed knight d6 check. I don't know if he missed it or just didn't play it. Meitner, good game, man. Thanks for the draw. And then we have a very, very scary looking attack against Adrian Chesnow, who's very low on time. Now, theoretical draw, not real well played by me, theoretically, against Martin Kessler. I don't know about this one either, guys. Pushed pawn, passed pawn. Passed pawn must be pushed. Okay, so we lost the pawn against, man. I think we misplayed it there. Martin Kessler has like 30 minutes. Adrian Chesnow, what happened, dude? Did you make a move and I couldn't respond? I think we are winning against Perfect Champion, but it's not that easy. Can I ever have a move? That knight is driving me nuts. I mean, it's pretty insane, dude. Fesserman's knight. It's absolutely absurd. Position. Okay, we are probably winning this rook ending. It's really marginal. You know, guys, it's funny. I mean, they choose to troll me during the simul. I would be perfectly okay, like, under normal circumstances. And if I was doing my weekly stream, not like when I'm trying to concentrate on 20 games, that's when the dude decides to troll me. That's pretty cool. So this This endgame here is a theoretical like draw. Wow. Knight takes a5, b4 takes. It's a blunder by me to allow that. I guess we're still better. e3, knight takes. Okay, let's try knight d4. We're still slightly better there. Westerman is like unbelievable tough. And then we go for the d5 pawn. I guess we have to go for that pawn. Not really sure. Perfect champion. This is a draw. Martin Kessler. 96 check. Really low on time, guys. Catweb, have I noticed his rating is questionable? Who's that? Which one? Thanks, Martin Kessler. Whose rating is questionable? And Damian, we're still better, are we? Shah with the super time pressure. Knight takes e6, anybody? Can I do that? Certainly interesting. We still have some chance against Damian, not much though. I'm not sure what's going on here against Shah. Not sure what's going on there at all. A little tactic, petite tactic, Endspiel. I don't know. '96 common. What's that? Champion. Somehow I haven't. Oh, it's 8:06, guys. Wow, I'm way behind schedule. Alright, these games are going to have to finish pretty quickly. I started 10 minutes behind schedule, so another 10 minutes we should be done. Should be able to finish most of the games in 10 minutes. Festerman. Against Festerman, I mean, it looks really hard to win. I'm probably going to offer him a draw here. We're clearly better, but it's not like easy to win, so I offered him a draw. And now this one, yikes. Well, it probably is a draw too. Perfect champion, it's either a win or a draw. I'm not sure which one. Looks like we have chances to win. Alright. I gotta grab that pawn. Damian's probably holding on that ending. With strong passed pawn. Strong knight for his wealth, though. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. Ending against Shah now. Pretty good bishop for me, I would think. He's getting really low on time. Played pretty good tonight. We played better than usual. Can you unban me? You were just kidding. Dragon Phoenix Slayer made another one, dude. Dude, I have no time in my game left for you. Think about banning you in your next life, dude. I'm about to like lose on time on all my games. He wants me to unban him. He's got to be kidding me, dude. He's got to be 5 years old. Seriously. That's just ridiculous. Alright, Shah should be lost to that passed pawn. Of course I'll unban you next week, man. C6. And all your other accounts. For messing up my like play and time pressure. Thank you. Bishop d8. Or where do I want to go here? Wait a second here. Bishop b8. Just a second. Bishop b8. When I win at least a piece, I think. Going to be a draw against Damian. We're going to finish in a few minutes, guys. I think the simul's almost done. We're down to our last 3. What's up? Yeah, a couple of kind of tender endings. Last 4. Got no moves from anybody. This may be a draw there. Yeah, this is a draw. Damian hung on. He was lost, but I didn't have the technique to finish him off. Perfect champion. What am I doing here? I don't really have a lot of waiting moves. H4 though. A lot of sort of semi-zugzwangs. That's a draw. Alright, Damian takes the pawn. That's a draw. So now I hung a pawn, but not really. It was just a... Just kidding. I didn't really hang a pawn. Wow. You know, rook there. Yeah, okay. Shansha is now on the verge. That game should be over. Knight against knight. As far as I remember, knight against knight is a draw. I thought it was an automatic draw. I guess not. That's kind of weird, but it should be. So G5. Wow. Man, another draw. Perfect champion. With the question mark rating. Question mark behavior should be more like it. Not about his rating, but his behavior is definitely a question mark. Yeah, we've got good winning position against Shansha. Actually, this is just winning. We're up too much there. Now rook takes. We want to play bishop c6, which is also good. So guys, I'm gonna have to run. Quickly finish these last games out. Thanks for joining me. Thanks to all the trolls who tried to ruin the stream but couldn't. I have 1 loss against Damian. Why is that a weird, remarkable thing? The guy plays extremely well against me every week. My 2 other games, I don't think I lost any games, did I, guys? Well, maybe this is a draw, man. That's sort of disappointing. But I don't know what I can do. I can play h5. Try one more trick, basically. Most unfair endings I've ever played in my life, basically. Taking this guy. Late for my other simul on the Internet Chess Club. So, you guys feel free to resign. Technical endgames. Grandmasters. Should Shansha's lost here. He's 1500 plus, no, but the dude is, if you look at his games, you analyze his play, you'll see, I don't know where his rating comes from, but against me, he's playing like over expert level, basically. If you look at how many mistakes he's made in the games against me, you know, I don't know how that's possible or whatever, but the guy plays every single game like a 2000 player. I don't think he's using a computer or something. I think he's just really pretty strong. basically. Yeah, this is winning. His knight is dominated, and we should be winning that. Shah doesn't really have any counterplay. I'm just going to queen my h-pawn, and there's nothing he can do about it. They are now in g5. Looks winning for me. So both these are wins. We're going to finish it out, and I should be done in 5 minutes. Now this may be a draw. Very possibly. Mr. Draw got a draw. Got his draw that he wanted so much. Actually, why don't I just take on h7 there? It's probably more expedient. More expedient thing to do. King f4 might be a mistake here. But why? Why would it be a mistake? Actually not. I'm not sure. I don't know, Shah. I think you're dropping something there. Perfect Champion is going to get his draw, it looks like. Maybe he had to go somewhere. I don't know why he offered me 100 draws. But he got his draw. That leaves just Shah, and he was like desperate to go somewhere. Shah can resign here. This is lost. His wealth is lost too. It's not quite as clear. It's pretty clear though. Pretty easy for me. You just take a few moves. It's basically Zugzwang. So we just move the king around and game over. King c3. Maybe his dad is playing against me. Absolutely sad as troll. But whoever it is like definitely not 1500. I mean, objectively speaking. Again, he doesn't play like a computer. He just plays like someone who's pretty good, you know. Very solid, very correct. And you can analyze the games. I mean, I think that his level is probably like 2000 or like very strong 1900 type level. Martin Kessler, yeah, you were... That wasn't my best game. We both made a lot of mistakes there. So guys, Shah, what's up, man? He resigned. Thank you for resigning, Shah. And last game is Welf. We're going to finish him off and run off to our ICC simul. Thanks everybody for joining me. And we are appreciative as always of the good simul. What's this? Nimzozo said what? What about Nimzozo? Where's our last game? Zwelf should basically lose in the next couple moves. There's no way to save this. It's totally Zugzwang. So I don't know. Did we lose any games today, guys? Did I lose to Nimzozo? Why did you mention Nimzozo, Z-Chess? Did I lose one against Nimzozo? Railbird, I didn't see your question, man. I'm sorry. Is it bad for the weaker player to continue playing when he's playing for 2 results? The GM is playing for a draw and a theoretical... No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that's totally appropriate. No. I think that just, like, people should resign when they have a totally lost position. They should probably offer a draw when it's totally drawn. But no, I mean, if there's 2 results, I mean, really 2 results possible, then no. But if you're like down a piece for nothing, I mean, you know, I wouldn't really say it's likely there's going to be more than 1 result. Although theoretically there could be. Dorian says, what's your name? You're talking to me, I assume. I'm International Master William Paschall, and I am coming to you live from Budapest, Hungary. Check out my YouTube channel, Video Chess Training. Guys, we're going to end it here. Zwelf is going to resign. Thank you. So, guys, we're out of here. We started late. 12 wins, 8 draws, no losses. Good one, guys. So, we're getting a little better. I appreciate the stream. And thanks for the trolls, but sorry I had to ban you. I love all you guys. Got to run, and it was really fun. So I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.